Hello and good evening, and welcome back to a new review for the awesome looking fall season. And yes, we have some really nice shows coming up, and I actually wasn't really interested in Zombieland Saga based on the name and the kinda weak looking promotional material, but when I saw the episode was airing today, and then I just took a look at the Reddit post, and it didn't even take 5 seconds for me to start watching this episode. So, Zombieland Saga is freaking hilarious. It's somewhat of a dark-like comedy with the zombies and the idle shenanigans we see so often in anime like Love Live and even more Love Live, and all the spawns that Love Live created. And to be honest, I'm not an idol fan, and don't get me even started on Love Live, but this one with the zombie twist, freaking hilarious. So, we started to follow Zombie 1, as she was called by the manager. We saw her the first time when she was still alive. She was kicking, she was kinda the bubbly, airheaded, happy-go-lucky girl. And she was watching, or an idol concert was running on her DVD, portable player, something, notebook, you name it. And when she took her letter, the envelope, which probably looks like some promotional material for the idol stuff as well, she left the house and boom! I was startled because either I was thinking, well, maybe shit is going to happen, but I did not expect to see her being hit by a truck with full force. And then we see the different angles, how she was hit and how she flew through the air. And then we got it in slow motion with some death metal intro, which was freaking hilarious, by the way. And the next thing we know is that she woke up. We don't know how much time passed. At this point she was waking up in this dark mansion, and when she walked around there were zombies, and she was terrified because she didn't look like a zombie at this point. And when she ran out of the house, she came across a police officer who was terrified by her. He pulled out his gun and he shot her. Then she realized in the mirror that, damn, she's a zombie and she don't even know what's going on. And then she was saved by the producer, the manager, you name it. And that guy, seriously, that guy, best girl of this show. Freaking hilarious. The way he answers questions is just so on point, and you can't ask anything more than that. You can't go and nag him with more questions about the same matter, because everything he answered it in a way that it's definite. That's it. You can't go further than this. And I freaking love it. So, it's a really wacky, what the fuck did I just watch first episode, and it's amazing. Seriously. And we saw all the girls in the basement, the idols, well, the zombie idols, to be precise, and they were all zombie-like except zombie number 1, because she was well, she woke basically up. She has a human behavior. She has her consciousness, and this really shows the different how she is thinking, and she is really questioning the shit is going on, and the producer's like, whatever, idols are a thing of the past, and we really need to do an idol group because we don't have any competition, so let's go for it. And when the producer introduced the other idols, first of all, it was so damn funny, my sides were hurting. But his idea was basically, these are all these famous legendary people from the past, and he has them, so why not just do an idol group with them? And when we moved on to the idol business, the first idol gig, well, it wasn't really an idol thing. It was a festival, a gig called Rip Night Fest. It was a freaking death metal gig, and seeing the crowd, it was so hysterically funny. I was laughing out loud, my sides were hurting, I was grasping for air because it was way too much for me. And I think part of it is because I'm a metalhead myself. I really love metal. I was on several gigs. So seeing this crowd, I felt right at home because they did their study. Because they really used the people you see at a metal gig, at a metal festival, at a metal concert, you name it. We had the kind of grumpy looking people, the tough looking people, we had the punk, we had the freaking weirdo who is so colorful that is like, what the fuck are you doing here, dude? And then we have the basic long hair metalheads and the long hair goth, which was, to be honest, freaking on point. Every gig I visited, every fucking crowd had the same people. We had the tough looking, the angry looking people, we had the one who were drunk, we had the ones who were kinda out of place in terms of clothing, then we had the gothics, the punks, the long-haired basic metalheads. And there was a freaking mosh going on, which is so true. And speaking of mosh, they really did it. And because we had the idols on the stage, we had the crowd booing them. And when the zombie was there, the zombie number one, she was standing there not knowing what the fuck is going on, and she was worried about shit. And then we saw that one zombie girl doing a stage dive, biting someone, and the goth was just like, they're starting with a mosh? Okay. And then the producer started the playback music, which was really nice metal sound, I have to say. And then the crowd was freaking out, wow, that's the real deal, oh my gosh. And then the zombies were just growling and screaming into the mics, and the crowd was freaking out because they loved it. And yeah, it's so random, it's hilarious, it's hysterical, I don't even know where to begin with, because this was such a funny episode. And yeah, the way the zombies were headbanging in that creepy way with the sound effects. Oh gosh, these sound effects. Oh, so on point. Even with that kinda darkish zombie horror scene when the main girl was running away from the zombies and the zombies were running into the wall. Oh, it was so good, seriously. Go and watch this episode. It is so good. And yeah, that's it from me. So, as always, thanks for watching, and I hope I will see you guys next time as well. Bye bye.